Hello and welcome back to Inside Quotes, the show where my brother and I rewatch, review, and relive the staples of our childhood. This is episode 140? 140! Wow. And I'm your host, Jeremy, and with me today is my older brother, Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome back to the show.
Quack, quack, everybody. It's great to be back on the show. Jeremy, I'm really excited about today, but I have to show you something that I recently purchased. A little show and tell.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with this movie, but a movie that we covered in the past. Okay?
What is that?
This is something I picked up on my honeymoon at Disney.
Honeymoon?
This is a Muppet Treasure Island mug. The 30th anniversary. Here we go. Got the logo here. Captain Kermit on the side. And on the bottom,
Rizzo! My favorite survivor.
I haven't even poured water in it yet because I wanted to show you.
That is the greatest mug I've seen of all time. Almost as cool as my National Treasure mug. Dude, that's awesome.
Pretty cool.
I'm very happy for you. Did you say honeymoon? Did you get married?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to show me your wedding ring.
Oh, yeah, I got this too. Yeah.
Wow. Listeners, this is the first episode that Jonathan is back since being hitched. Congrats, Jonathan.
Thanks.
I remember being there. It was great.
Yeah, you also gave me this. So
Great wedding. I brought the classic lizard to my best man speech. Very proud of it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have to have Kelsey on, the wife, in a future episode. We'll see when that's going to be.
Definitely.
So, it's crazy. We're both married. When we started this show, we were just both two pathetic losers.
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah. Moving up in the world. Well, I guess we can save the honeymoon trip. You went to Disney, right? And then you went to a cruise.
Went on a cruise, and then we spent a day at Animal Kingdom on the way back.
Okay. Awesome.
I haven't even fully debriefed with you.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm also concerned because that could be like a 30-minute conversation.
Yeah. We'll save it.
And we've got a huge episode right now.
We really got to move on.
But we will do a wedding-themed episode after this. How about that? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you can still debrief me between now and then. But
oh, yeah. Well, you're
New
a Patreon
studio?
subscriber, so I'll let you know.
no, we got rid of that. We realized we weren't as cool as we thought we were. So,
yeah.
if you guys want to Venmo us $1 or something a month, that's cool.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, you got a new studio. You got a new apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Moved in with the missus.
Yeah, set up here in the office / guest room here. So it's still coming together, but
Man.
behind me is a lot of boxes that my chair is blocking, so that's good.
Yeah. How many places have you lived in since we started covering the Harry Potter series on Inside Quotes?
Oh. Well, this would be 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
So
this
it was-
is my second.
I lived with you, and then with Nick Carver, and then Jarrett, and now my wife.
Best roommate.
Mm-hmm.
The wife. Always the best one. So, all right. Well, let's dive and close. We were planning to do this before the wedding. Heads up, so that we could
Yes, yeah. We
finish
ran into,
the series before. As your last thing of singleness is finish the Harry Potter series we've been wanting to do for so long.
yeah.
But we had technical difficulties, and we apologize. And then Jonathan got married and took a honeymoon. So we haven't posted in 3 weeks. So sorry listeners about that.
Yeah.
But that's Jonathan's fault.
Yeah.
I probably took a month after my wedding.
Yeah.
Props to Jonathan, for real.
I felt like I actually recently looked at that a while back because I wondered, did we just take off that whole summer? But we at least had one a month because we had some episodes in the can.
Yeah.
that I edited while you were away. Yeah.
Thank you. Now the turns have tabled.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
Now I can drink out of my mug now.
drinking out of our mugs. I've got coffee. What do you have? Water?
Just water. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I also, Jonathan, you got married on the day before Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now April 21st. And I figured we love Peeps on this channel and in our family. And I just had to get these.
What? Butterbeer Peeps.
Butterbeer Peeps. I kid you not, Butterbeer is taking over the grocery stores.
I see
It's
it
kind
on
of gross to me.
I see it on the goldfish, the popcorn. Yep. I kind of like the popcorn.
The popcorn's pretty good. It's just kettle corn, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. But I figured I should put a little Butterbeer Peep in my coffee just to start
you
it
need
off.
you need to hold up the products for the thumbnail. You know, like I tried every Butterbeer product at the grocery store. There you go. What?
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
I have already tried the popcorn, and since you've tried it, we know how it is. So, listener, sorry. You just have to get it yourself if you care that much. But I thought, oh, I've never had that reaction smelling a peep.
I don't
It's
know
kind
if
of a
that
good
was
one.
good or not.
Should I do
Okay.
them all?
Yeah.
I wish I could share one of these with you. I'm going to do one right off the bat, and then one in my coffee.
How is it?
Tastes like a marshmallow to me.
Yeah.
It smells more than it tastes.
How's the color? They look yellow, but they kind of look
They're
like
golden.
a darker. Okay, golden.
Yeah, I've got a light.
kind of dark.
So, yeah, this is more accurate.
I didn't see those.
Honestly, pretty good for a peep. I'm sure everybody in the world that's listening to this right now loves Peeps, but like
Pretty good for a peep.
it's honestly it's a top 3 flavor of Peep.
Yeah.
I did see they have a strawberry Pop-Tart Peep. Look at me going for the second one.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Chow down.
This one's going in my coffee. So maybe that will get them floating in there. Talk about quack quack. Wait, are these
Yeah.
supposed to be ducks?
What is a peep anyway? Is that a duck?
I thought they were just little chicks. We'll consider it ducks. We should have our own Inside Quotes collab with Peeps.
Yeah.
Anyways. That's very weird. Seeing a Peep stare right into me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, overall, 10 out of 10 for what Peeps are. If you like Peeps, you'll like those, I think. If you don't like Peeps, you won't like those. But yeah, it's pretty good. All right, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 2.
Part 2.
It all ends here.
So, before we get into it,
Yes.
we I did want to, if we wanted to talk a little bit about, we went on a road trip recently. This was like a couple months ago, back to
Us?
Florida.
Yes.
And we listened to the Harry Potter Audible full cast editions.
Yes, we did.
So I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that a little bit before we talked about the movie.
Did we already talk about that?
Oh, I can't remember. Did we?
I thought we might have.
Maybe we did on part 1. Now I can't remember what I said.
Okay, if you guys love the Harry Potter, obviously, because you're listening to this, you would be a fool not to be purchasing those. I feel like those full cast Audible officially exclusives are one of the greatest ways I've ever read these books. It was almost like I was reading them for the first time, listening to them for the first time. And
Yeah.
I love Jim Dale. I love Stephen Fry. He was on Traders. Celebrity Traders. He was great.
Okay.
Jim Dale is great. But this felt like I was listening to a whole new story. It felt like what I hope this new series is going to feel like. Sort of like the Roald Dahl style of like whimsicalness. That's what I was imagining this whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's soundscapes. It's like you're listening to the movie, but book form.
Almost, yeah, because it does. Yeah. It is still kind of like reading the book, but see, when they first announced them, and I'll go ahead and say I liked it too. I enjoyed it. I still would probably prefer to listen to the Jim Dale version, just because that's what I grew up with, and I just love it.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, I was picturing new things this go around, like I was reading it for the first time, which I really did not expect. When they announced it, I was hoping they would be a little bit more like a radio drama, to where like it was like more of like a radio production of like the story, like a radio play, and not as much of like the text of the book word for word, kind of like playing out the scenes. But by the time I like got it on Audible, I already knew that's not what it was going to be. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know if you've ever listened to the Star Wars radio dramas.
I have not, but you've told me about them.
They're really good. It's like you're listening to the movie, and there's even like extra scenes, especially in the first one. But yeah, it's not so much of just like there's like a narrator that kind of narrates the beginning and the end of each episode, but then it's just like you're just listening from scene to scene, like like the movie's playing in the background. It's really cool. Okay. Fun fact: John Lithgow plays Yoda.
No way.
In the radio
Talk
drama.
About range. This guy's going to do great as Dumbledore.
Yeah, so
he can do Yoda, Winston Churchill, and Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Bro, he's great. I hope he doesn't die during this series.
They're probably he's shooting all kinds of stuff probably ahead of time. I know, he's like 80 years old, I feel like he said.
He even said, like, this is going to be my last role to, like, ease into my death, almost. He said something like that.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. I loved... We just got the first book, the full cast one, so I'll probably try and get the rest of them eventually. But I don't have an Audible subscription at the moment, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there listening to them once you get those. I might not be able to wait. Basically, if you have... A lot of people have always said, like, I wish I could read these books for the first time again and experience that for the first time. And I believe you can. It's not that, but it's this for the first time. Somehow from the same books. It is really something... I really hope I get the same vibes from this series that's coming out. Which, if you want to see our trailer breakdown... check YouTube right now. It's going to be right there. So, I just got really blurry. We just did a trailer breakdown of the first teaser trailer for the HBO miniseries.
Yeah.
Not miniseries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, YouTube exclusive.
Oh, not going on the podcast feed, huh?
No.
That's fine. But yeah, let's get into Deathly Hallows Part 2.
All right. So, Deathly Hallows Part 2. Jonathan, for our series that we've done for the past 4 years of Harry Potter movies, we have always had the task of finding alternate titles for these books or the movies. And I would like you to pick from a list that I created, unless you have any right now.
I know. Yeah, give me the list.
I kind of just threw this on you. Okay, let's see. Harry Potter and the Deathly Scavenger Hunt.
Okay.
Harry Potter and the Return of the Jedi. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Harry Potter and the Crazy Old Man that is obsessed with him. Harry Potter and the Longbottom's Time to Shine. And then Harry Potter and the Battle of Hogwarts. I think that sounds like the most realistic one. If they were going to split this into a book, you know.
Sorry, I was trying to think of one for myself and really didn't listen to any of the ones you just said.
Oh. That's okay. Thinking for yourself and not listening to your younger brother. That's all right.
My answer was going to be The Rise of Longbottom.
The Rise of Longbottom. That's the second Star Wars looking one. Return of the Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Chosen One.
All right, real quick, what was your options?
Okay. Harry Potter and the Deathly Scavenger Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter and the Return of the Jedi. Harry Potter and the crazy old man that is obsessed with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harry Potter and the Longbottom's Time to Shine. Those were unserious. But the serious one would be Harry Potter and the Battle of Hogwarts.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like, Battle of Hogwarts would be a good alternate title. Not like a joke title, but like that could have been what it was.
I could see that happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Deathly Hallows is good too.
Mm-hmm. Even if, like, could you imagine, like, if they had, since they split up the movie, or the book into 2 movies, like having an alternate title for part 2, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like Deathly Hallows is the first part, and then the Battle of Hogwarts is like part 2 kind of thing. Like, I could have seen that happening, actually. Like an Infinity War in-game kind of like duo.
Yeah. Would they have called it Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, The Rise of Longbottom? Or On the Run?
No, they just would have gotten rid of the Deathly Hallows. This is Neville's movie, man.
Yeah. For real. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out in 2011. It was directed by David Yates and has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 96%. Critics score. It has a Rotten Tomatoes audience score of 89%. Metacritic score of 85%. Letterboxd average score of 4.02 out of 5 stars. That's very important. Jonathan, I'm going to throw a curveball. What's your review of this movie so far?
So far?
We're doing the Letterboxd reviews now.
Oh, okay. You want to?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think as the movies went on, my reviews have gone down a little bit. I like all the movies. Mm-hmm. But, like, I feel like 5 and 6 are kind of the lower end for me. Like, I think I did like 3.5 on those. And then I think I did a 4 for part 1 of Deathly Hallows.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to give this one a 5. Like, I've always
5.
I felt like this one stuck the landing for me.
Really?
Like,
okay.
I felt like it did everything I wanted it to. It hit all the right moments. Like, I feel like combined, maybe part 1 and part 2 is like a 4.5.
Okay.
But between the two, like, I just always felt like the finale was satisfying for me, and I felt like they got back to kind of the highs of, like, the earlier Harry Potters.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
I agree with that. Fun fact, this is Daniel Radcliffe's favorite Harry Potter movie.
I saw that.
Crazy. Crazy pick for him.
He did a bracket.
Besides,
and Goblet of Fire was like second.
Just because of his scuba training that he got to do, though.
Yeah.
And all of his stunts.
I'm not mad about it. I like Goblet of Fire a lot.
It's a great movie. Not a great adaptation, but it's a great movie.
We'll get to our rankings of the movies, I guess, later. But
yeah. Shoot.
We'll see.
Yeah, we've got a lot to cover in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Tagline, it all ends. Ta-da.
Oh, okay. Well, okay,
Jonathan,
what's your review, Jeremy?
My review... I thought I had this, but I guess I don't. I also picked one of my favorite Letterboxd reviews, but I think my favorite Letterboxd review is from user Ely, and it's a 4.5 stars, liked movie, and it said the real tragedy of the series is that the fact that Dean never got to say more than 3 words per film.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there is, after all these films, we never learned why Zorro marked Harry. That's so stupid.
That's a good one.
This one is by Patricia Lane. A satisfying end to the series, although it was lacking on some points, like the fact that the deaths of some characters were glossed over, but more exciting than part 1. Mm-hmm. That's just the vanilla review.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the Zorro marking Harry killed me. I'm gonna start reading a letterbox review for every movie from now on because those are so funny.
Yeah. So you gave it what?
I gave it 4.5, I think.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I don't like the part where he grabs Tom and says, "Come on, Tom, let's finish this together." And then they all they dive.
Yeah.
They base jump off of Hogwarts.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that because I wanted to. I rewatched the trailer for this movie. I was curious. I rewatched the trailer for the TV show, and I was like, let me watch the trailer for like Deathly Hallows Part 2 and kind of rewatch that. And so there was a couple of things. One, I just remember that being a good trailer moment, that scene, but it doesn't really it's not like great for the movie. I don't think it's kind of an awkward scene. I'm just like they're just like falling and their faces are like morphing together, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Here? Why would he just like
cool
jump
poster
off a tower?
Cool movie poster back in the day. You know that one where it's like Harry and Voldemort's face, but it's photoshopped to be split.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah,
love it.
That was great. The other takeaway from the trailer, besides it just like setting up this is going to be the conclusion, this the big battle everyone's been hoping for. It spoils Fred dying in the trailer.
Really?
Do you remember that?
Jonathan,
well, it's not that you like anyone says the line, but there's a shot of like Ron crying over like Fred's body.
It shows Fred or just a body?
I mean, it's his red hair. You can tell like it's him. It's the side of his face. It's not a spoiler because the book had been out. But there's plenty of people I know that never read all the books that only watched the movies, and I felt like people like talked about that. Like, why would they show that in the trailer?
What I did, okay, this is also a reason why it didn't get a full 5 stars for me is because I thought they didn't. Now you're gonna call me a glutton for punishment, but I didn't think they handled all the deaths right. They didn't give him full justice. They kind of stopped with the significant death moments after Dobby died.
Okay.
And all they did was basically show like Remus and Tonks and just laying dead on the floor and like the Weasleys consoling each other. But they didn't like show everything. Yeah. And I feel like for full closure I needed that. Sadly.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. People are roasting me right now, but
no, it's fine. I
mean,
we
don't need that heartbreak.
I kind of noticed that too. Like I remember thinking, because like Lupin shows up with the Resurrection Stone scene near the end, and I'm like, we really didn't even really get a scene up there like death, really. But I
Harry could have been like, "Bro, when did you die?"
Yeah, I kind of remember like it not being that big of a deal in the book, though. Like as far as like a big scene or anything like that. If I were the one directing it, though, I probably would have, because they explain how they died and who killed them. Yeah, but not like it actually happening. Yeah, I felt like Fred's was could have used a little bit more. Yeah, more to that for sure. Yeah, and I wish they would have. Maybe just some of the Death Eaters I would have loved more, but I guess that would make it feel like we're winning type of thing. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like it was just like a one shot of each person that was dead, and it wasn't very it was just focused on Harry. Everything's always about him. No, I understand, but yeah, I kind of wish they would have focused more on that, because it's called the Deathly Hallows. Like, we know people are dying. It just needs to be a brutal, and not graphic necessarily, but it needs to be like a final showing. Yeah, because if you die off screen, you didn't really die. That's what I learned from Star Wars. Even if you die on screen, it doesn't mean you died. Yeah. Darth Maul. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I mean, I definitely felt like everything was everything was rushing towards the conclusion and everything. But I would say that the movies were, as far as the Deathly Hallows, like we mentioned it in our part 1, like the movie was like very dark and like more scary, and just like there was a big sense of despair and like feeling like, can they, like, let's just give up, like Aberforth's character, and even like the scene I was thinking with
what a Yoda,
Rowena,
by the way.
Rowena Ravenclaw, like the ghost or whatever. Maybe it's not Rowena, it's her daughter or something.
Yes.
I don't know, the ghost scene. I just felt like she was like scary. Like she was an intense like presence and stuff.
Yeah, she was.
For like a Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I said, what a Yoda, by the way.
Oh.
Fully giving up and retreating to Dagobah. Hogshead is the swampiest of them all. Coward. Just kidding. We recently watched Empire Strikes Back, the beginning parts of it, next door at my in-laws' house.
Yeah.
And it made me want to watch the old trilogy again.
Okay.
I feel like I'm finally entering my Star Wars era again.
Okay.
I cooled off on it for a while, but I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay.
You cooled off at Hoth?
I
Or is
did.
but that's the part that made you want to watch again.
Yeah, it was. I love that part. I want to play Battlefront. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard you can get that as like an emulator on the Switch. I want to do that so badly.
I got the old PS2 in a box right here.
Hey, I'll come over. We should do a gaming channel where we just play Battlefront, old Battlefront games. Capturing command posts.
Mm-hmm.
Comment if you'd like that, please.
You don't really want that. We're not
I
good at
don't.
video games.
That would honestly be so fun. That would be somewhat of a draw because I think I don't watch streamers or anything, but I have been watching John Green do video game streams for charity. And right now he does a series called Playing Red Dead Redemption 2, but with my morals. So it's like he can't do anything the right way, or he's just like justifying every murder. He's like, well, I guess they really weren't asking for it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, we could do a gaming channel with that if you wanted to. Let's see. Two bros bad at video games.
Okay, so you gave it a 4.5.
I did.
On Letterboxd. That's a good score, though. I mean, I feel like it's good. I have heard people like completely trash the Deathly Hallows movies, and I've always thought I thought they were kind of on the better end. I mean, based on my scores, like as far as like some of the other adaptations, anyway. But it is one of those things. By the time the last movies came through, I had already kind of like I understood you can't get everything in the movie. Like it's just a different.
It's
that was
2 hours.
Book,
even though they split it into 2.
Yeah, that's true.
4 hours still isn't enough, which is why they're doing a series, and that'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Where the show will run into trouble is if they do get away from like faithful adaptations, which is what they like said that they were gonna do. So I feel like if they stray too far, I think fans aren't going to be happy.
People are going to be so mad.
Yeah, they're going to be like, what was even the point of this then?
Yeah. That's a high pressure job, though.
Yeah.
All right, so the first shot of Hogwarts in this whole book, part 1 and part 2 of these movies, is shown without the Golden Trio. The movie starts out with an empty, depressing, bleak Hogwarts. The Golden Trio is gone, and Snape is standing out dramatically in the mist. Dementors are floating about, and students are in like military formation, and it looks genuinely like a prison camp. Probably because it was.
Because it's a prison.
Because it's a prison. Yeah. So that's our first view of the whole movie, but it's interesting. Like, meanwhile at Hogwarts,
Yeah.
I can imagine the the Clone Wars narrator at the beginning of every episode.
A galaxy at war.
Professor Snape is now headmaster. The Carrows are destroying these kids. I remember... Sorry, you go ahead. I lost my...
I was going to say, I mentioned it earlier, but I really do feel like this is like Neville's movie. And like you really see him like... Even in part 1, you kind of see him kind of standing up to the Carrows, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
There's like a scene on the train, and that's kind of it, like,
Yeah.
Or maybe, oh no, it was Dementors were on the train. He's like, hey, losers,
Yeah.
he's not here,
Losers.
You really see him like he's kind of reformed Dumbledore's army.
He's sort of taking the lead.
Yeah, he's just kind of leading, the charge of like, I guess mainly Gryffindors, but, all the students that are like, not gonna...
They're not going to take it.
They're not going to take it. They're hiding out, in the room of requirement.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. I just really like that. I like that I like his journey just as a character, because we haven't really talked too much about him throughout all of it. He's always great comedic, relief, but like seeing him like come into his own as a hero, still being his kind of clumsy kind of self, but also like taking charge. I like it.
And I think the movies did him dirty that way, mainly because they skipped that whole arc of him in the 5th book where they actually go to St. Mungo's and see his parents. They see him at the hospital visiting his parents. Mm-hmm. So you don't really feel bad for him. You just like think he's the joke or just the wimpy kid.
Yeah.
So
you also don't get as much of like the confusion about the prophecy and stuff with him, and
right,
which isn't. It's just like a little thing, but
yeah. But this is his movie. Mainly because pop culture finally decided, whoa, is Neville hot?
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about that, man. It's crazy. So he had his official glow up in part 2. And then they're all like, all these actors just aged poorly. But not Neville.
Yeah, part 1 kind of ends with Dobby dying. They escaped Malfoy Manor. Yeah. And Voldemort secures the Elder Wand for himself. So this part 2 kind of opens up. They're at Bill and Fleur's cottage, and they are hatching a plan with Griphook, basically.
Yeah.
To like, how do we get into the vault? Because Harry suspects that there's a Horcrux there, based on... He doesn't know what it is, but he suspects it based on like his interaction with Bellatrix at the manor. And something that I don't remember if we talked about this in part 1, but I noticed that I guess in these movies they kind of added that like Harry can hear Horcruxes.
Hear Cruxes?
Hear Cruxes. Harry can hear Horcruxes. Yeah. Like anytime there's one in the room, you'll hear it in the movie. There's like a high pitched kind of ringing in your ears. And I thought that was like just so that the audience just clues into it and can hear it. It's like a storytelling device. But I feel like he says it at some point, or just like he can hear it, like he can sense it. And that's something I feel like they added in the movies, just to make it easier for him to find them.
Sort of a nice touch, because he does have Voldemort inside of him. Mm-hmm. And that's a part of him. Maybe not that particular Horcrux, but... I don't know. Good touch. Didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Then we've got them planning their heist. There's always got to be a heist. Mm-hmm. And this one is where they're going to rob Gringotts. Look for this Horcrux. Mm-hmm. They're going to do the Polyjuice. How many times have they done Polyjuice Potion?
In Deathly Hallows, or just throughout the series?
In the whole series. It's like the 3rd time, I think.
There should be like a Polyjuice counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Was Ron supposed to be polyjuiced, or did they just like put makeup and a beard on him?
He looked like himself, so I think they just disguised him.
That's kind of weird. Weird choice.
Yeah. I don't know. They didn't really explain that, but he just looked like himself with a beard.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Maybe they were running out.
Just enough for Bellatrix.
Yeah.
So they go ahead and rob this bank vault. One of the head... Harry uses an unforgivable curse.
Yeah.
That's a big moment. Mm-hmm. He does the Imperious curse whenever these goblins are like, this isn't really Bellatrix. We're gonna report them.
Yeah. Have they... I feel like they haven't really... Something that they used to show the Imperious curse was just like, the spell comes out, and it's just like this like sweet-smelling aroma, you know? It's like, oh, I'll do whatever.
It's almost
you say.
comedic now.
Yeah. I don't feel like...
It was a very funny part.
Yeah.
Watching that goblin get roasted.
Yeah. They've been trained to expect pain.
Crazy. I hate Griphook, by the way. What a little goblin.
Yeah, he's a little mean little turd.
Mean little turd.
Yeah. I hate how he knew about the waterfall too, and he didn't tell him. The thief's downfall.
Yes.
I feel like they should have complained to him a little bit more about that when that happened. Like, why didn't you tell us about that?
I feel like Bill could have been, since he worked there, he could have been a lot bigger help in this heist. Other than just warning.
Mm-hmm. That's true, yeah. I guess at that point, like, he almost seemed like he was in hiding, though. Like, him and Fleur were just, like, out in their cottage and just kind of, like, keeping to themselves.
I think all the Weasleys were in hiding at that point because they were known anti-Voldies. Except for Percy, of course. He was a traitor until the end. Great redeeming end to him. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then they fly off with this dragon. Blind dragon, by the way. And then they all jump into this lake, or over there they call them locks. Learn that from traders. It's very... They probably filmed traders right there.
Well, don't forget they got the cup from the vault.
They did get the cup from the vault.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene because it multiplies.
Yeah.
Good part. I don't need to say every detail because they gotta watch the movie and they'll see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Only the juicy parts, like
okay.
When Harry takes his shirt off for the first time and he's like Harry McConaughey. Only it's like pasty and hairy chest, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm." All the levels of all the girls talking in class, they were like, Neville up there, Harry. I just now realized not there. So they've swapped places in that prophecy after this movie. Mm-hmm. No offense, I'm sure he's jacked, but okay.
I did want to mention, as far as breaking into Gringotts, I feel like this this is the final book in the series, and then we're starting to really get a lot of cool payoffs to the rest of the series. Like, like we're starting to get things that like the first time Harry went to Gringotts, Hagrid said you'd be mad to try and rob it,
Yeah.
And then, this is the final story, and he's there, he's trying to break in, and rob it, There's a lot of cool things like that. Like, you could consider like fan service, but it all like has an in-story reason that makes sense, and it's kind of earned. And so I feel like there's a lot of good moments like that as the series starts to like accelerate towards the end that I really like.
Yeah, I would not have even made that connection. Mm. I know that was the last time that Gringotts was robbed, right? Mm. Was like right at that same day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember? I can't remember if this was only in the book or not, but like in the seventh part, like in the 7th years while they were at Hogwarts, it said like the professors performed the Cruciatus Curse on the first years. Mm. In the book, in the movie, they said that.
Yeah,
Neville said that. I just would like to defend the Caros in a way. It's the only time I'm ever going to do that. But it wasn't the first years that they were torturing. It was the detention kids. So don't worry. They're okay. They're not even that bad. They were just cruciating. Cruciating? Cruciating? Oh, man, I don't know. Okay. They're cruciating. These detention kids are juvenile delinquents. So they deserve to be cruciated. But yeah, we don't like to talk about that. Snape is such a little turd. Unredeemable, for real.
How dare he stand where he stood?
That part where he just like has his like adult haircut and he's wearing his robes where we haven't seen him wear robes for a long time. It just looks so weird. It's like
Yeah. It's like he changes into the robes just for that, you know?
Yeah, like dramatic. Gotta blend in. It's like the guy that graduates but still goes to the football games after. Bro, you don't even go here anymore. Yeah. I think my notes are a little out of place, but
that's okay. You can jump around.
I want to talk about Goyle because speaking of turds, he's the biggest turd of them all, I would say. Maybe not of them all, but
yeah.
He shot a killing curse at Ginny or Hermione. And that's where Ron was like, "That's my sister."
Yeah.
Or no, that was my girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he lights the place on fire.
Yeah. He's willing to kill somebody at that age. He's 17, whatever. But like, Malfoy couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
Which is why I guess a lot of people love Malfoy, is because like we wish he could have like had a redeeming arc at the end. I think that would have been cool. But really, it's at this point, Goyle's not a henchman, and he's a full-on Death Eater.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just really sad. Because I always forget, and I'm like too forgiving of the henchmen, because they're just trying to fit in with Draco, and like he acts like he's in charge, but he doesn't really do anything wrong. But Crabbe and Goyle are very evil and very dark at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just their parents. Their parents are Death Eaters too.
Yeah, I think they always, I mean, throughout the other, books and movies, they like being on that side of things. They like causing mischief and getting other people in trouble and all that sort of thing. And they have these like, views about wizards and witches and stuff, but like by the time you get to the end, like this is like real stuff. Like, like you have to like, I think Malfoy is kind of faced with like that view of like, oh, this isn't like fun and games anymore. This is like real.
Yeah.
And he just like really can't bring himself to do it, I don't think.
He couldn't kill Dumbledore.
Yeah.
There's good inside of him. I just know it. Well done, Draco.
Yeah. But Crabbe's not even in this movie because
he
got arrested.
That was a big moment for me. I was so distraught. And this is a vocab word for me because this was the movie where I learned what cannabis was. The word cannabis. And I thought that was just the British version of marijuana. But, yep. Crabbe got arrested.
Too. Yeah. This movie was also the birth of the "Oh Draco" meme.
Oh, Draco. I made a reference to that, and Abby was like, "Ew, what?" Like she hadn't seen that before. I was like, "Oh, now I'm just a horrible person."
I know. I can't watch that scene the same anymore. Before
it's so bad. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, so they are fleeing. They finally get the diadem. They're fleeing the fire. They save Draco. twice that year. This is the second time we've saved you. Next time we won't. Something like that. I think Ron said something like that. And then right as it's about to close, Ron kicks the diadem into the fire as it's closing. And it just made me think that, Ron would just be such a big soccer fan if he was a Muggle.
Yeah.
He's already a huge
Football
Quidditch fan.
Football
fan, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good kick. Really good kick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did they reshoot Harry's parents' death scenes? Or did they film that at the beginning and save it? I'm not actually sure. You remember?
Yeah, I think that they may have reshot some stuff. Yeah, they did not shoot all that from
because Snape did look older, I
Yeah.
guess.
I think they reshot some of that. They may have used some of the same shots from the first one though.
And I think so, because that baby, it seemed like the same baby.
Yeah.
But part of me is like, how did they do the reshoots? His parents died. That's how immersive this movie, this series is.
Yeah. They couldn't bring him back.
Yeah. They had the CGI them at the Resurrection Stone scene, so I just thought that's what that was. So another part, when he's going to do the Resurrection Stone, and he tells he tells Ron and Hermione what's about to happen, and he's about to go give himself over. Like, that's the only way, is he's gonna die. And it was very emotional. And Hermione gives him a hug, and it's very emotional. But Ron doesn't do that.
I thought that was too.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, your friend's about to die and you don't give him a hug? Bro.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of looked like he was being like, I'll take care of her. I'll stay back here. I'll take care of my new girlfriend, by the way. He's like, is now really the time?
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you, but I remember the audience in the theater just erupting in the Chamber of Secrets whenever they finally kissed.
Yeah.
I still feel so oblivious to that whole thing. I never caught on until I read that book. I've always been very oblivious.
Do you have any, just quickly, like, memories of seeing this movie? Because I really don't have a distinct memory of seeing this one.
I remember it being intense.
Which is weird.
I remember the opening scenes being like silent, how they're it's just showing Voldemort getting the wand, like and then Hogwarts and Snape and everything, and then Dobby's grave, and people were just like dead silent, not cheering, because it's like, oh no, this is starting, it's really happening, it's the end. And it seemed like people were just trying to take it all in.
Yeah.
But I think it was just a edge of your seat for 2 straight hours for me. I felt like this is I remember being very aware that this is the last Harry Potter movie I'm going to see ever in theaters. Which is wrong, because I saw the Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone a couple years ago when they brought it back out. But, it wasn't the same.
Yeah. No, I remember feeling a little bit of sadness that it was all coming to an end and everything. But it was still, I'm sure, the most anticipated movie for me that came out that year. Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
I remember we saw it in Brandon at the AMC, Brandon, Florida. Yeah. And the big moments like Molly Weasley killing Bellatrix.
Yeah.
That was a huge applause scene.
Yeah.
But I just remember a lot of it just being like sad and like dead quiet, because everybody was just hanging on to every word. It was crazy.
Yeah. Rewatching it, I definitely felt that, like, just being reminded of like how dark the movie is, and it is sad and everything, and it's the end of an era, and like that's not the way I've remembered it through the years. Like I've just remembered it as like an exciting adventure that came to an end kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is more sad, and I can understand people not wanting to rewatch it as much because of that. But I still felt like it did everything that I wanted it to for the most part.
Yeah. I think that's why I like to watch part 1 more than part 2. It's because it's like, oh, it's like the last book, but it's not really ending. And I do remember that was a very different experience in the theater than the part 2. I just remember it. You could just hear everybody's concentration with how silent it was.
Yeah.
Weird energy.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
Voldemort under a bench. Just small, weird looking Voldemort.
Yeah.
Just chilling under the bench.
Like he rolled around in some spaghetti sauce or something.
I need to know why was he under the bench and not on the bench?
But you don't understand the symbolism?
No.
Me neither.
That's why the listeners come and listen to us on Inside Quotes, our perfect insight in all things literature.
I don't feel like we're supposed to have a whole lot of answers to that. I feel like even like when Harry's like, what is that? And Dumbledore's just like, something beyond our help. Like, it's just like, it's beyond our control. I don't know. This is your party.
Harry should have recognized him as Voldemort because he saw him look just like that when he was in the graveyard in the 4th book.
Yeah, he rolled out of that like cloth into the cauldron, plopped in the water in the hot tub.
Voldy soup. Yeah, what a weird time. Good to see Dumbledore again, though.
Dumbledore the White.
Dumbledore the White. Yes. Okay. One of my favorite parts was just a small little piece of after the battle and in between, like, the final stand is when they're, like, recuperating and checking in on people in the hospital wing. And Harry... Wait, this might have been just afterwards, and they were just recovering. And Harry is walking around drinking a cup of coffee. And it's just a cup of coffee.
Oh, he's a man now.
He's a man.
Or sorry, a wizard.
a wizard. I just thought that was interesting. He's just sipping his cup of joe right after defeating the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Yeah, a couple of funny moments. I liked they kind of called back to, there's another moment like I was talking about, they calling back to like previous movies, previous stories, was just like Seamus like getting to blow stuff up.
Yeah.
That was a fun little
boom,
moment.
Like boom, right?
Yeah,
boom, Mr. Finnegan. That's the only like quote I could fit on there, so I threw that up there.
So I thought that was a good moment. At least nod to the other movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I thought it was funny the scene where they come back to Hogwarts, the trio, through the tunnel, and then like Ginny just like ignores Ron and greets Harry, and he's like, "I've been gone for months. He treats me like Frankie First Year."
Frankie First Year. I wrote that down too. What the heck? She's treating me like Frankie First Year.
Yeah. That was good.
That was such a James Acaster type of a quote.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie First Year.
One thing that got me, like, I was like, it was a pronunciation that Snape used of the word, the pensive. He's like, take this to the pensive.
He said that?
Yes.
The pensive?
Yes. And I was like, what is he talking about? I didn't like
gross.
it either. Yeah, that's why they recast him. That's why.
Yeah, Alan Rickman, you did a poor job. That's what we can all get from this, is that he was the worst actor of all time.
I was like, yeah, I don't like that.
I've got a fly. Get out of here. Alright, I'm just going to let him be.
Okay, the music, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Because I feel like even in the music, there's a few moments where they call back to like the classic John Williams themes.
Yes.
From like the first one. So it just shows like some heroic moments basically. But I feel like the first part is very separate from like it's the, Alexandre Desplat. It's like he's just doing his own thing here. There's not a whole lot of like overlap.
It is so hard to say that name.
I don't know how
Nobody
to say it.
is ever confident saying that name.
Alexandre
Desplat.
Desplat. But in this one, he just had to leave.
Had to kill that fly. But in this one,
say your prayers, Lawrence.
say your prayers, Lawrence. He's going to be on Celebrity Traders, season 2. I sent that to you.
Yeah. But yeah, so for this one, like, there was a lot of just nods to the past that I appreciated, like, and it's like a very welcome home. Basically, when they get back to Hogwarts, there's like the moment that they do come through, the trio comes through the tunnel, and they come back, and they're greeted by all their like fellow Gryffindors. You get like the Hedwig theme, and it's just like, oh, they're back, and it's just for a moment until they realize like, what's the plan, Harry? It's like, okay, I need to find something. What is it? I don't know what it is. Okay, where is it? I don't know that either. And they just like, I realize that's not a lot to go on. It's nothing to go on.
It's nothing to go on. All right. Luna probably knows.
Yeah. Then she just starts. Ron's reaction to that is funny. It's just like, oh, here we go again. I think some like classic Harry Potter music is played when like McGonagall kind of drives out Snape, and Snape just like retreats and flies out the window, or whatever.
Coward.
Apparently he flies now.
They fly now.
So I liked that. It grounded you in like the past of this, like you got that familiar feeling of being back at Hogwarts that you missed from part 1.
Yeah.
And so I liked that.
Yeah. I did too.
And you're wrapping it up. You gotta go back to some of those classic, themes.
Something that I noticed about this movie when reading the book again, which since you were on a hiatus called a honeymoon, I got to listen to more of the book and finish that. And at that part, I realized Jenny's not even there. She's not even in this scene because she went home at Easter, I think, and she never returned to Hogwarts.
Oh, really?
She came back with the Weasleys, I think, when they all came to fight. But she wasn't there at school at that point.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Just a fun little thing. But yeah.
I feel like the movie does a good job of showing Harry's like desperation to find that last Horcrux too. Of just like the book, it's just like everything's accelerating, and they know it's there, but they have no idea what it is, and so they're just like. They've got like 1 hour. Voldemort gives them 1 hour before he's gonna like attack the school.
Yeah,
it's like we got to find something of Ravenclaw to destroy, basically.
Yeah.
And I
what
like
do they
how
got?
It, like it really did show like the intensity of switching back and forth between like the battle to like everyone's just like a panic, running all over Hogwarts, and he's just like trying to like. Run through the corridors, try and find the common room and all that. I thought it was a good scene. And then the scene with the ghost itself, like I thought it went. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good. Luna shines and gets a little bossy with Harry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a good moment. I guess we could talk about this I guess we can talk about it now, I guess. But I caught Neville saying he's running to find Luna because he's mad for her. I might as well tell her before I die.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he's in love with her. But that's not who they end up... They don't end up with each other.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that was in the epilogue or something that they ended up together. But
I think they deserve to be together.
I think they just added it maybe for the movie. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that was book. Maybe if it was a weird fling, because at the end, at least the epilogue canon is saying that she married Newt Scamander's grandson.
Oh, okay.
But who cares about him? Marry Neville. Be professors at the Hogwarts. I think everybody needs to be professors at the Hogwarts after this.
I don't think you're going to like the answer to this.
What?
I don't know who Neville married. Hannah Abbott.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Hannah Abbott. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
She's just a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Isn't that Chris Columbus's daughter?
I think so. Or Susan Bones, one of the two. I don't know.
Susan Bones.
Maybe that's the one I was thinking
Man,
of.
if McGonagall in this new series doesn't have that little yodel sound, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we could talk... We'll save the epilogue where everybody ends up to the end.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I want to talk about it now. Sorry. Okay. Harry Potter. According to Pottermore and stuff like that, he becomes the head of the Auror's office.
Mm-hmm.
And then rises high in the ministry. He marries Ginny. Ginny becomes a professional Quidditch player for the Holyhead Harpies, I believe. Right? Yeah, Holyhead Harpies. And then she becomes a sports journalist for the Daily Prophet. And then they have 3 kids together. James Sirius Potter, Albus Severus Potter, and then Lily Luna Potter. And you know what's interesting is that I don't like the way they name their kids. Mm-hmm. Get creative. All 6 of these first and middle names of these 3 kids are just people they knew.
Yeah. Just pick one
and
name.
that's cool, but like, I don't know, man. James Sirius is pretty dope. I like that. Albus Severus. Mm-hmm. Manipulative Albus. Evil Severus, who hated him but also loved his mom.
No love.
He could have handled that better.
Nobody got the middle name of Scabbers.
Yeah. And then Lily Luna. I don't think Luna was that much of an influence on them just to name their kids.
Yeah, should have had like a young Gilderoy or something.
She's the only one that didn't die. Why Luna? I don't know. But yeah, he became an Auror. Crazy move. I don't know why. He just loves the dark arts so much. What a defender.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Hermione Granger. She becomes eventually
Minister of Magic, right?
Minister of Magic. That makes sense. That's perfect. She marries Ron. They have 3 kids. Rose Granger Weasley. Hugo Granger Weasley. No, they have 2 kids. And those are those names. See, that's more creative. And it makes sense to have Hermione's last name as a hyphen for their kids. I wonder if she kept her name. Hermione Weasley. I don't think so. She wouldn't. I don't think she would. Out of respect for her 2 parents that she doesn't know anymore, I think she would keep her last name.
She found him again. It was a happy ending.
Did they? I'm not sure how that...
I think I looked at it last time, and according to like J.K. Rowling, she said she did find him.
Okay.
But there's nothing written about it. That's just what she said.
I wish...
And they restored it somehow.
I wish she would just write more books. I don't know how well that would go over, and like, she doesn't need billions more of dollars, but it's just... What is she doing? She should write some more.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me thinks, I have a theory about her, is that she is laying low after all this mumbo jumbo, if you would, of people hating on her and stuff like that. And, whatever you believe, whatever. I think she's secretly writing books, and the day she dies is when she's going to release them. Posthumously. That would be cool if she writes a whole new series. One can hope. Okay, so Ron Weasley also becomes an Auror. That makes sense. He's got to hang out with Harry.
Yeah, right.
But then he becomes a co-owner of Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Takes Fred's position, basically. I thought that was a great full circle thing. And, when your wife's the Minister for Magic, you don't really need to work, so you might as well work at a joke shop.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, leaves the Auror life to focus on family and the shop. And then Draco stays wealthy. Pure blood, not heavily involved in politics like his dad was. He married someone named Astoria Greengrass. Sounds fake to me. His kid is named Scorpius. Scorpius Malfoy. And if you like it's pretty cool, because he's like Dragon, Scorpius. I don't know what Lucius is, but...
Lucius.
Yeah, it turns out, if you believe the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child canon, he becomes friends with Albus Severus, Harry's worst kid. So yeah, whatever. They don't really make up at the end. They're just civil. Neville Longbottom becomes a herbology professor at Hogwarts. Now that is the move. Why would you ever leave Hogwarts? That's so boring. He takes over for Professor Sprout, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
Love that. Marries Hannah Abbott. Yeah. Luna Lovegood becomes a magi-zoologist studying magical creatures. That's where she meets Rolf Scamander, the grandson of Newt.
Okay.
And they have kids named Lorcan and Lysander. They're twins. So, she's living that life. Yep. George Weasley runs Weasley Wizard Wheezes. Marries Angelina Johnson, part of the Quidditch team. A chaser, I believe. And also who he asked to the Yule Ball. Up top. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. All right. Moving on. They have Fred Weasley II and Roxanne Weasley. What a crazy name. Roxanne. That must have been Angelina's pick.
But who did Madame Rosmerta end up with?
Bro, who knows?
I'm gonna Google it.
He fancies her.
Sorry, I Googled it and it said Madame Rosmerta fan fiction.
You must stay away.
I didn't
Stay away from the fanfics. That's a whole nother podcast. Oh man. People have fanfics about they want Harry and Hermione to get together, and they want Ron and Luna to get together. Just he does not like her at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, Charlie Weasley stays single, living the dream. He has his dragon career in Romania still, and that's him. Bill Weasley still works for Gringotts, marries Fleur Delacour in this movie, and they have kids Victoire, Dominique, and Louis, French. Percy Weasley makes amends with his family, and he still becomes a high-ranking ministry official. He marries Audrey. I must not have written a last name on that, but then they have Molly II and Lucy, which I thought was interesting that he named his daughter after Molly II. Because Molly was the only one to be like, I'm so sad about Percy, instead of like, he's a traitor, Percy, you know?
Yeah.
I liked that. That's cool.
Yeah.
McGonagall becomes the headmistress of Hogwarts after a while. Kingsley becomes the Minister of Magic immediately post-war. And then Hermione takes over for him after, And then, yeah. And then Harry and Ginny are like the godparents of Teddy Lupin. So, but they're still raised by their grandparents. But it looks like they raised him because they took him to the train.
Mm. Oh yeah, I kind of remember. There's like they meet up there and stuff.
Yeah,
in the book.
So that's what people are doing. I may have missed a couple people, but I'm sure Hagrid lived the remainder of his life on the grounds, blasted at Scroots and whatnot. Madame Zeroni. Madame...
The Beauxbatons.
Beauxbatons.
Why can't I think
Single
of her
malt
name?
whiskey. I can't either. Raw.
Madame Maxine.
Madame Maxine. I almost said Malkin, but that's the robes lady. Madame Maxine.
Okay.
Single malt whiskey lady.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, do you have any other thoughts as far as like how the story wraps up with like Harry being a Horcrux? Have we talked about that aspect of it?
We haven't. It's a little bit confusing because Voldemort splits his soul 7 ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's the amount you can do it. That's the max. Nobody's ever done it before, let alone 7.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have... Let's list them.
Okay.
Diary.
Diary.
Diadem.
Diadem.
Cup.
Cup.
Nagini.
Nagini.
Harry. Locket.
Mm-hmm.
And...
The ring.
The ring. And...
Well, that's 7, right?
That is 7. Why am I counting 8?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were missing one.
That's what I always wondered.
Was Harry like the 8th piece?
Yeah, I always wondered, like, did he intend to create 7? And Harry was the 7th? Or, like, did he create 7 plus Harry?
I thought that Harry was the accidental 8th.
I think it was the accidental, but he was the 7th.
Okay.
Still.
Yeah.
The diary, the ring, the locket, the cup, the diadem, Nagini, and Harry.
Okay. Yeah, so that's perfect then.
Yeah.
No notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know why, for some reason, I counted 8 for the longest time.
I just always wondered if 7 was the number that Voldemort wanted to create, or if 7 was the number that sounded good to J.K. Rowling to have, like a complete number.
Probably.
Yeah. Or if, like, or was Voldemort just trying to make as many as he possibly could, and then that's where he got cut short at. I don't know. She wrote this a long time ago.
Okay. Well,
was that a big twist for you, though?
Was Harry being he had to die?
Yeah.
Yes. I just, I kind of heard a little bit of a spoiler because I wasn't the first in our family to read the books.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were on the round 2 of the books. Mm-hmm. We weren't allowed to read them until Mom and Justin had read them. So I don't really remember being, blown away. I was just like, this is kind of a weird way to end it. But I just knew that he couldn't die. So I figured, with a name called the Resurrection Stone, there's got to be some way.
Yeah.
So
I felt like I had heard some kind of rumors too ahead of time, but I remember being surprised at just how it all worked together and everything. Like, it wasn't really spoiled how it all came together, how he sacrificed himself, how he came back. the scene at King's Cross with Dumbledore and everything. And then the race to, like, okay, like, once we get the snake, like, it's just him. And we just got to get him, you know?
I lost my train of thought now.
Do you want to talk any more about the Deathly Hallows themselves? Like the Trail of the Wand and stuff, too? Like,
Oh, yeah. So, that's probably the most confusing part of this, because Harry turns out he's the master of the Elder Wand while he's fighting Dumbledore or Voldemort. But then it explains that since Draco was the one to disarm Dumbledore, he was the master of the Elder Wand. But by proxy, when Harry disarmed Draco with his other wand, he became the master of all of Draco's wands, which is kind of a loose explanation, because I feel like that's weird. Because anybody can take a wand from somebody out of your pocket or anything, and that's like you're the master of their wand. I feel like that would create such a crazier problem.
yeah, I guess I took it as, like, it's not the Elder Wand isn't just, like, one wand in particular. It's like once you take it over, if you beat someone, I don't know. I don't know how that works, I guess. That's a good question.
Because, like, it should be for every wand, because, Draco was telling Harry about how his mother's wand doesn't work as well for him. Because he's not the master of that wand.
Yeah.
But then, of course, like, when Ron breaks his wand in the second movie, they have, like, loner wands for people.
Yeah.
And those don't work as well.
Yeah, shouldn't even waste his time with the Spello tape.
Yeah. That was, yeah. But it's just like, I don't understand. That's kind of like a weird plot hole for me. And I'm not an expert in these books, as most people are. So, if there's an explanation out there, let us know. I like to be an expert. But that's just kind of confusing to me. Are you confused by that?
I'm confused at what aspect you're confused by it.
As
it being one wand that transfers to one place, or that it's like the power transfers when someone disarms the Elder Wand.
With this logic of a wand is less powerful for you, even if it's your wand, when it gets taken away from you via spell or actually someone's hands.
I think that's just in general. I think that's just part of wand lore. That, like, the wand
but that's
chooses
such a
the wizard.
crazy... I know it chooses the wizard, but, like... shouldn't that create a crazy problem for everybody constantly? Like, do you have to win your wand back from someone when you duel?
I think people get new wands and stuff.
I don't know about that.
I think it's just like, if you try and use someone else's wand, it's like, you can use it, but it's...
So the moment you get Expelliarmus, you lose that wand. With that logic, that's what that is. So that's why I'm confused by it. Otherwise, it's good. And if they only made that like a rule for the Elder Wand, that would be perfect. But they didn't.
I mean, in most cases, people disarm the wand, but they get it back. Like, sometimes people, I guess, like Death Eaters would disarm people and take their wand, or like kill them and take their wand. But so if, like, this, in the second one, they have
if
the
you
dueling
get your
club
wand back from them, I guess they can give it back, or that you can just take it back from them.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fixing that, but I don't know. It seems way too loose of an opportunity.
Yeah.
To be able to have that, but like the fact that Draco didn't even touch the Elder Wand once in and Harry until the end.
Yeah, because now that we're talking about it, they talk about how Voldemort was trying to like track down the Elder Wand and everything, and of course, so it had to be like one wand to start out at one point, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't know if it was created and given to the one of the brothers, or if it was just like they gave their wand the power or whatever. But anyway, they had to track down like the history of it, and it was a whole like bloody history.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon my British language. No, I'm just kidding. But like, that's the question I was starting to think about. Was like, if someone like disarmed it and took it and started using it, was it just one wand that passed hands? Because that's not what happens with Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Is Draco disarms him, and then Dumbledore is buried with his wand. Voldemort thinks that is the Elder Wand.
Yeah.
But the power has shifted to Draco in that moment. So I guess that is a good
I think
plot hole, maybe.
if I were to rewrite this, I would have J.K. Rowling. No, I wouldn't. If I was the writer, I wouldn't have J.K. Rowling write. But I would have it as Voldemort is the true master of the Elder Wand, but the moral of the story is that you can have the most powerful wand in the universe and still lose to love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that would be better than just having a random chain by proxy. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Listeners, if you disagree with me, let me know. But I just feel like that would be way more full circle and more lesson learning. Like, no matter what, after all this time, after all this worry, like, Harry was still able to defeat Voldemort because he had the one thing that Voldemort didn't have, which was love in his heart. That's all I can say. Did I just write an alternate ending?
I think it did kind of bother me that he just kind of leaves the resurrection stone in the forest.
Yes.
So it's just out there. Someone's gonna get it.
It's just gonna get buried.
Firenze is gonna pick that sucker up.
And I guess that's okay. Like, he has the cloak, invisibility cloak.
Yeah,
he's not giving that up.
The wand at the end, but
did he snap it like in the book?
Oh,
like in the movie?
I think so.
Because I remember it just being so like lackluster at the end, just tossing it.
Yeah.
You think they would be able to destroy it with like Gryffindor's sword or something?
Yeah. I kind of like that. It's just like, yeah, we can just do this ourselves here. It's just a stick, you know. So much power, and I can just like.
You think you couldn't be able to do that? He should have given it to Ron to do that. He's really good at breaking wands.
Oh, so, well, you know, if I believe the AI overview on Google, Harry does not destroy the wand. Instead, he uses it to repair his own original Holly Feather wand.
He did do that.
Which was broken earlier. He then returns the Elder Wand to Dumbledore's tomb, intending for its power to die with him.
Okay.
If he lives out his life without being defeated.
Well, that's a little not careful.
Yeah, so that's definitely setting up future books. Future stories. Like, that's the thing. I kind of like that he snaps it, because then it just, like, it stops anyone from uniting them all together.
Or that, in my version of the books, where I'm rewriting them, of course, where, you know, love beats power, you know?
I think that happened in J.K. Rowling's book, too, but, you know, go ahead.
Well, it
just
did,
in general.
but, like, not being the master of the Elder Wand, like, that's not a big deal anymore, so he might as well just keep it. I think that would be cool, and it's just like he's the one that can he's the only one that can handle this power. I feel like that when he returned it to the tomb, I don't know if that's right, actually.
Based on the book?
Yeah. If he does... Yeah, I guess he does put it back in the tomb. But the power dies whenever the owner of it dies a natural death.
Yeah, so he's just assuming.
Yeah.
And then he becomes
Nobody's really going to get it. Nobody's going to be a big bad again for a long time.
Yeah, and then he goes into becoming like a wizard cop. He's not going to face any like dangerous situations, you know.
He shouldn't be using that.
Yeah.
Also, this is a world of time turners. So whatever he does doesn't matter. All right, well, I think I've got a lot of my notes done. We do have a couple more segments that I want to go over.
Yeah, I think I'm good to move on to kind of start wrapping it up with these segments.
Yeah. I want to have another stat section. We have lost many beloved actors from this series since we've started our own series of this. We lost Robbie Coltrane the week that we started Sorcerer's Stone in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
We lost in November of 2022, the voice of the Sorting Hat, Leslie Phillips. And then in 2023, we lost Michael Gambon, who's played Dumbledore. And then in 2024, we lost Dame Maggie Smith. And that one was a hard one for a lot of people, because we were like, man, she can't ever. And then we lost a side character last year in 2025 who played the Fat Friar, Simon Fisher Becker. So I believe that's all of the people that we've lost since we started this series. So, yeah. Ending it on a sad note. Deathly Hallows, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Then there's another one that we need to finish out, because last movie we didn't have any Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers necessarily shown.
Yeah.
So, what we've done for every episode of Inside Quotes is we rank our favorite Defense Against the Dark Arts and we update our list. And I can bring up our current list if you want.
Okay.
Take me a while. Stall. You're good at this. Okay, I'm here. I'll just bring it up. I'll just pull up Canva right now. Okay, you can watch me edit our Instagram thumbnail.
Okay.
Share screen.
I'm looking.
Window. Welcome to Canva, everybody. Okay, so far, we have Defense Against the Dark Arts rankings. And number 1, we have Remus Lupin. Mm-hmm. Number 2, we have Alistair Moody. Not really him. The asterisk is because it's Barty Crouch Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, we actually put Severus Snape because it was his dream job, and he was actually pretty good at it.
Okay.
Before he killed Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 was Gilderoy Lockhart.
Hurts me, but
he was the best. He was one of the best, but as teacher, not good.
Yeah.
Quirinius Quirrell is number 5 because he sucked. Turns out he was just a vessel for the leech. Yeah. Voldemort was.
Mm-hmm.
Not brave at all for someone who's defending the dark arts. Then we have, this is not final, by the way. I just figured we put Dolores Umbridge at the bottom, even though Amicus Caro was an actual Death Eater and he was an actual, like, he crusharded people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Should we leave it here or should we bring him all the way to the bottom?
No, Umbridge is last.
Umbridge is last. Because she also tortured students, you know?
Yeah. And I must not tell lies.
I think this is good. Okay, we'll keep this.
Like, someone that has Voldemort on the back of his head is better than Umbridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's crazy.
So there it is. Locked in.
Locked in. Check that out on Instagram when we post. Okay. And then, I guess, I have a list of quotes that I forgot that I wrote down, which is, you know, why I haven't been saying all these quotes. One of my favorite ones was from the one and only Cho Chang.
Yeah.
where they finally come back and they're talking about Ravenclaw's diadem, and Ron's like, "What's a diadem?" And then she's like, "It's a sort of crown." That's a stem. That's a vocal stem for me. It's a sort of crown. 6 months away, and she doesn't even bat an eye. It's like I'm Frankie First Year. McGonagall saying, "Boom!" And I've always wanted to use that spell.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
We've got Voldemort saying, "Well done, Draco." And then his iconic laugh, which is also a meme. Harry saying, "Come on, Tom, let's finish this together." And I feel like everyone's favorite quote from this movie is, "Not my daughter, you B-word."
Yeah.
So
that, or people quote Snape's moment of just like, after all this time,
Always.
shut up. I'm gonna get always tattooed on my wrist. I can't believe people just love Severus Snape so much. What a loser. Get over it. Sorry. I don't know. Nothing was justified. It hurt him so much. He could have just been nice to Harry. Even though he looked so much like James. Sheesh.
Well, what other wrap-up segments do we have as we come to the end of our Harry Potter coverage?
Well, I figured we would talk about our, what we've accomplished in this series. I feel like we've done a lot. We've sorted into our houses. We've tasted our first and our last Bertie Bott's vomit-flavored beans. I don't know if you remember that.
That was a good moment.
That was a good bit. I actually threw up on the camera.
Those early episodes were fun because you made a lot of good snacks. You made some
Yeah.
cupcakes for us.
Yeah, I
with
made
the sleeping draft with the chamomile.
Dude, and those were
teas.
chocolate. No, they were cinnamon, not chocolate.
Yeah.
Cinnamon sugar.
You made butterbeer one time.
I did make butterbeer.
Homemade butterbeer.
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah.
Well, at least
this
the
time,
foam. Yeah.
Yeah, this time I just brought prepackaged Peeps.
Yeah.
And I made coffee, which was one of the only food/drinks in this movie was Harry drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So, I'm still on top of the game. We've ranked all of our Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers. And what's interesting and what's super full circle about this is that when we started this series, the concept of a new Harry Potter TV show was just a dream. And from the beginning of that to this final episode, where the teaser trailer has actually dropped, I just think that's really cool. And it's like the series is rebooting and rising from the ashes. And it's like, I was kind of sad, covering this last movie because, we're not going to really have an excuse to cover Harry Potter on our show. And this is such a huge series for us. And I just want to say, Jonathan, I've really loved doing this with you.
Me too. Some of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter episodes. Some of the best Dawn notes ever.
And we still haven't done Country Bears yet. What a crime. So, yeah. And what's beautiful about this is that whether that series is good or bad, we're still going to be able to cover it and still talk about Harry Potter. Because we're not doing the Fantastic Beasts movies. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we'll do them.
Yeah, we'll probably do them.
We'll do them.
Yeah. So, I just thought that was cool.
I randomly rewatched the Secrets of Dumbledore movie this past year.
Did you really?
Just randomly. I was just like, because I remember I did not like it when it came out. And it's still not a good movie.
Yeah.
But just having several years away from it, I was like, oh man, there are some stuff about these movies that I did like.
I personally remember being so hyped for Crimes of Grindelwald. At the end of that. That's right when The Last Jedi came out.
Yeah.
Is that what that Last Jedi? And that was so controversial because The Last Jedi was a really good movie that everybody hated.
Mm-hmm.
And Crimes of Grindelwald was a really bad movie that I really loved.
Yeah.
For some reason. I thought it was going to turn out so great, and I don't feel like they landed the plane, sadly.
No.
But, whatever. We've rebooted.
Yeah.
What if they still reboot in this series another Fantastic Beasts?
Probably
Hopefully
not.
Hopefully
Probably not.
Yeah.
It'll be the, what's the other? It'll be Quidditch Through the Ages.
That would be cool.
That'll be the spin-off.
Yeah. History, Hogwarts a history. Yeah. No, this makes room for more spin-offs in the future where they could do like a Marauder series or a Founder series or just anything.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Beasts series, but more of a Luna Lovegood the Magi Zoologist type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, okay, if they ever were to make a Cursed Child movie...
I'm going to leave this call. I don't know. I'm to the point where I will actually go see it, and I almost did once.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've heard it's a really great show.
Yeah,
but
I would go watch the show, but
I just don't see myself ever agreeing that is a part of the story.
Yeah.
At all. It's so bad. And I remember seeing that and buying the book when it came out and just being kind of hopeful, like, oh, we're getting another series.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just gave up after the second chapter. My hopes. I read the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
I read the whole thing.
My hopes were just killed after this first chapter. After the trolley lady became an evil demon or whatever. Yikes. We don't need time turners. Oh my goodness. Voldemort didn't need to have a kid. Anyways, let's not end this on that note.
Yeah.
But is there other things that we need to wrap up? As a whole?
I mean, should we go through like our rankings?
Our
of the
rankings.
Harry Potter movies?
Are we going to do a Harry Potter rankings of the books and movies? Okay.
I don't know if I really thought about the book side of it.
Yeah, we can do a separate video if you want. A tier list video. Or we can do it right now.
Now's the time.
All right.
Off the top of my head, I could probably do it.
Do you want to do books and movies all together? Or do you want to do just the movies?
I would probably think of them separately.
Okay.
Like the movies and then the books.
Okay.
First, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and do that. I'm on Tier Maker right now.
Okay. Is this going to be a collective one?
A collective?
Like an inside quotes ranking for me and you? Or two separate ones?
Oh, true. It'll be a collective one for me and you. Because
Okay.
we're a team.
Okay. Until you disagree with my takes.
Alright, so this is our official Inside Quotes movies ranking of the Harry Potter films. This is a big moment. After all this time. Here we go. Okay, Jonathan, let's go ahead and start with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Our categories, let me go over the categories real quick. We've got outstanding, exceeds expectations, acceptable, poor, dreadful, and troll. Which, of course, is the OWL grading system.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think any of these are going to be troll, at
It's just
least.
there.
Or
Yeah.
dreadful.
Who
And
knows?
I'm not...
We'll see.
We'll see. Let's start out with Sorcerer's Stone. Is this going to be outstanding?
I think so.
Me too.
Yeah.
How about Chamber of Secrets?
I'm going to give it a no.
You're going to give it an... We can't give them all O's. Sheesh. Okay. Prisoner of Azkaban.
What do you think?
Troll.
I'll put it
Outstanding.
exceeds.
Exceeds?
Yeah.
You're
I'll put
crazy.
exceeds.
Over Chamber?
Oh, Chamber's the best one.
This is not going to go over well. I would say from a movie standpoint, The Time Turner gets kind of old, but it's still one of the best movies.
I know people say the third one is artsy fartsy, but the book is better than the movie.
We don't
There's
need
so much that
artsy
gets left
fartsy.
out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
want to drop Chamber Secrets down to exceeds expectations because it's so long.
That's the best part.
I know.
It's got it all.
It does have it all. And I love it, but like a lot of people don't like it because of that. But it's us. Maybe I should put...
I just feel like Chris Columbus films are outstanding.
They are, but out of book accuracy, I don't even think Sorcerer's Stone is even that fully. This is probably the most book accurate. Chamber.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of these has to go to the exceeds because they can't all both be above the third one.
I think they can.
Okay, fine. You're the older brother. It counts. All right. Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
Where are we going to put this? As a movie, it's outstanding.
I love Goblet of Fire.
As a book, it's even more outstanding. And for that, I think I'm going to drop it down to at least exceeds expectations.
I'm good with exceeds. I feel
Actually,
like it's there.
It might even be poor.
Can
No,
put it
it's
that
exceeds. It exceeds. Order of the Phoenix might be my least favorite movie.
Yeah. I would go acceptable or poor. Oh, but I still love the movie though. That's the problem with these.
The music's great.
Mm-hmm.
We'll accept it.
Okay.
And now people hate on the sixth movie.
Okay.
So, but do we hate on the sixth movie?
I love
It's
the
at
sixth
least
movie.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Or it's poor.
If we want to differentiate them, I feel like they're kind of similar, but I do feel like 6 is the worst adaptation.
Yeah.
And I would put it 4. I mean
at poor.
Poor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
7 part 1.
Okay.
Is it troll? Is it dreadful? Is it poor? Acceptable? Exceeds expectations.
I would probably put it at exceeds or acceptable. I could go either way, but I personally probably put it at exceeds.
I am also putting it at exceeds expectations. Okay. And we can rearrange all these after we do the last one, which is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, this particular movie that we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Is it outstanding? You gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5, but
and
I would probably still
better?
put it...
Really?
I would probably put it at like the exceeds. I feel like parts 1 and 2 are kind of similar.
Okay. Now, Jonathan,
level.
Are you
How
happy?
How do you feel about this?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with this. I find I still don't think I would actually put these first 2 as the best movies. But I can't give Goblet of Fire outstanding because how poor of an adaptation it is.
If you can't give 1 and 2 outstanding, you can't give any of them outstanding.
That's what I'm saying. These need to be... I'm not saying these are better.
Mm-hmm. So you just want to put them all on the second line?
Well, what if we just put them all outstanding? Pointless tier list. Okay.
Well, what would you trade out the first one for? I'll trade out the first one with something. Okay. Probably 3 or 4. Maybe 4, because I just love Goblet of Fire.
I love Goblet of Fire too, man.
I know it's not the best one, but I just love it.
We're going to get hated on for choosing that over this.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Do you remember what the werewolf looked like in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban? It did not look good.
It was scary.
Yeah.
It was very good.
They left out a lot about the Marauders. I can't forgive them for that.
Okay.
It did have the shrunken head, and I liked that character. That's a good addition.
Jonathan, I just can't sit by without having this on the same level.
Oh, the first three.
I just love this.
Well,
What if you had to choose one per category?
if I had to,
Yep.
ah,
Let's not
tough.
get into that. That's hard.
That's tough. I'm good with this. I feel like the first three is like a classic trilogy.
Yeah.
As much as I love 4, it's not a great adaptation, but
Mhm.
it is entertaining.
Should we reassess part 1 and part 2? Do you think they belong on the same level? I don't know.
I feel like you gave them the same score for both.
I know, but I don't think you did.
I gave the first one a 4 and the last one a 5, so they kind of even out to a 4.
Could you bring Deathly Hallows part 1 along Order of the Phoenix?
I think it's better than Phoenix, but
Okay.
I wouldn't hate that if you
Okay.
want to. It reflects my scores a little bit more.
Did it exceed my expectations, though? Part of me wants to put part 2 as acceptable because I didn't love it as much.
Well, between the two of us, I feel
Because
like
we're
it
just
needs to stay
accepting
there.
it. We're just accepting our fate that everybody dies. Okay. Well, I still feel weird finalizing this.
What looks off? Deathly Hallows? Do you feel like you should move up Order of the Phoenix? Or are you good with 5 and 6 being where they're at?
I think we need to drop some more down.
Okay.
You know? I feel like having 3 exceeds expectations is weird.
You want to put 4 at acceptable? I just feel like we love it.
No, because
too
we
much.
love it so much. I think
So
the
drop
part
down
1
one
and
of the
2.
Part 1 or part 2.
You prefer this one over that one. Part 2 over part 1. And I
It's just
prefer
more
part 1 over part 2.
It's just more satisfying of a watch than part
Yeah.
1.
I think we both prefer the other movie, so I think that cancels out and they should stay where they're at.
Okay.
However, should we put them both down on acceptable? I think that would make me feel better.
What else would you want to put in exceeds then? The first one?
Goblet of Fire deserves its own spot.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know. This feels weird. It looks like a big. We just
Big
gave it an
F.
F.
Okay, well, we've got Sorcerer's Stone here.
You wanna
Nah,
put
that's
5 and 6 in poor. Like
wrong. That's
that.
too uniform.
2 by 2.
We gotta bring that back up. We've ruined it. Our first tier list video.
Can't even do it. Frankie
Maybe this
first year over
deserves to
here.
be back down here. No, I can't. I can't have Chris Columbus reigning. Because I love...
He produced the third one, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Chris Columbus.
Now we gotta keep... Dreadful.
Just want to give it an F.
It's just so brown. No, it's not Troll.
Yeah, okay. I mean, just we've got the F shape again.
Oh, true. Okay. I'm happy with this, I think. Ugh. We should do
That
a new
was
tier
tough.
list video. That was very hard. Should we do the books?
No, I think that was hard enough.
The books are different. See, books and movies could make it more interesting.
Well, maybe we can do that whenever we cover the series at some point.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know what you thought about that. I mean, I feel like we have good takes on the Harry Potter movies, but
Yeah.
when we kind of rank them based on nostalgia, that's where it kind of gets a little out of
Muddy.
order with what the general population thinks.
Yeah. We are different. We do love movies that people hate. That is fair. It feels weird like we're closing this era of Inside Quotes, but it's hopeful because we have more coming soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Coming soon to HBO. Not
I'm
HBO Max. They changed it again.
HBO Max. It's back to HBO Max?
No, it's just HBO, I think. I think they got rid of the Max for good.
Really? Okay. Hey, we'll see about next month.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jonathan. Well, another day, another staple. And for our case, another year, another staple. Because this has taken us 4 years to do, but who's counting? Our only question left is, folks, what is your favorite inside quote from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2? Let us know on Instagram at Insidequotescast or comment down below right there.
And if you haven't followed us, go ahead and do that and let us know if there are any movies you want us to cover on the show. And next week, I think...
We should do something marriage related.
I think we will.
Since you just got married and
it's very topical.
Yeah, you went on a cruise. Maybe we'll do a cruise movie. No. Titanic?
Spoiler alert. When I was on the cruise, I was flipping channels. It's very limited what you can see.
Yes.
And one of the movies that was on was Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked. So.
That could be a good one.
I didn't sit and watch it, but I just thought it was funny that it was playing on the cruise.
You never know what they're going to show. I love that. Okay, well, yeah, we'll do a little catch-up moment on the next episode. Our show art was done by Bryce Bridgman, and you can find him on Instagram at GroovyBridge.
And we would love it if you left us a 5-star review. If you do, we promise to read it on the show. But more importantly, 5 stars, and we'll go out to the Forbidden Forest and find the Resurrection Stone for you.
So you can have that.
Yeah.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We hoped you enjoyed us talking about our childhood staples just as much as we have. And if you did, make sure you follow us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube so that you don't miss out on a future episode.
And if you like the show, share it with a friend.
Until next week, we'll see you next time on Inside Quotes. It's a sort of crown. Knox. That's so sad. Okay, we'll see you next time.